I would have to agree with you 100% there. Tony and his crew over there put on one heck of a show. And just like in the real race and here in the sim world, some of the drivers get into it. I mean, the tempers fly. Can you remember any time your temperature rised and you had a heated discussion with another driver?
That's so funny. I had a, like I said, I was a boxer. I grew up with a horrible temper. The temper's kind of gone away after I had Jackson. I don't know, becoming a mother, your patience, you somehow develop more patience, or just learn that you can't, show him, how vulnerable you can be. And I also think, no offense to Danica, but watching her throw a couple fits on TV and stomp around just made me realize that no matter how bad or how mad we do get mad, as a woman, you just can't do it. It just looks ridiculous. I got very, very angry when I was actually driving with Jackson in my belly for a few months, and I got very angry at a racetrack and a person. And I'll tell you what, I had somebody actually videotape it, caught me on video camera and showed me, and I saw how ridiculous it was. And now I try to. I mean, there's every once in a while when I want to go down and say something, because you just want to kind of knock somebody on the head and be like, use your head. And I've learned that doesn't help either. Most of the time, I walk away feeling worse than I did by going and saying something, and then you just look stupid. So I try to keep it inside, but it doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, there's some stuff that happens on the racetrack, and you wish somebody would actually come to apologize to you once, but to this point, it's never happened to me. So I just decided I'm not going to anybody's pits anymore, no matter how mad I am. But I've stomped around inside my hauler since then.
Yeah, I don't think I would come to your hauler. I mean, after all, you're the Golden Gloves boxing champion in 2003 and 2004 and boxed nationally in Golden Gloves and USA boxing development competitions. I tell you what, you just one athletic chick and a true inspiration to females as well as the males.
Yeah, it's all, I think unfortunately, I didn't get enough time. It's kind of like finding the seat time for the race car. I could have been really good at boxing. It's just, I guess fortunately, my hubby didn't really want me pursuing that. It's probably a good thing, because I found a much better passion than boxing than it probably ever could have been. But yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of things, and it's neat to think, now I'm a doctor of chiropractic, and I've done everything I've tried to do in my life. I've done to this point. Maybe not done it the best, and maybe not put enough time and energy into it. But I spread myself a little thin, but it's been, like I say, I'm the luckiest girl that ever lived. I've gotten to travel to a million places, and I've gotten to do a million things. It's been, I mean, if it all had to end tomorrow, I'd look back and say everything's been a success. And that's neat to be able to say, because I do think, I can be a good role model to young women and women in general, because women can do anything and everything. And I've not really stepped into the man's world because I wanted to prove that a woman could do things in a man's world. Frankly, it's really hard to do. But racing, you're in a machine, and there's, like I said, there's so many variables to it. To me, it's the one sport a woman can actually, go toe to toe with a man. In a sport, because it's not necessarily the strongest, the fastest, the smartest, whatever. It's there's a combination of a lot of things, and I think now that women are starting younger and younger and starting at go-karts and things like that, I think we're going to see a lot more women winning. I'm unfortunate. I started when I was 24 years old. I'm 32 years old now. It's I think if I've done a lot in 6-7 years of racing, but I think if I would have got to start as a young woman, I think we'd be these men would be a little bit scared right now, but it's not the way it works out. And so, heck, we'll just keep giving it a heck for as long as we can here, as long as the money doesn't run out, and see what we can do.
Yeah, I'm sure most of the drivers would agree when I say there's nothing better than a woman in a race car, but I've always been a fan, even at my local track, of the women drivers. We have Stacey Warrington, Amanda Whaley, Becca Anderson, and URC Sprints. For me, I've always picked the female racer as a favorite, and then you have your typical, oh, she can't race that car. That's a man, like you say, a man's deal. And I tell you what, you ladies put a smile on my face when you get up front there and you run with the best of them.
That's right. it is, it's kind of a challenge being a woman in a man's world, and I hate to keep saying that, but it truly is, and we know that, and I appreciate people like you making those comments. I say the world is really turning when you get, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and even like, high school boys coming up and just, wanting your autograph and thinking it's so cool and wanting to see you do well and pump you on. I mean, I got a lot of bad press out there as far as those racing forums and things go, and I used to really, really let it bother me, but I've kind of gotten over that too, and that's probably, as the temper's kind of gone down a little bit, but because I get so many more positive emails and Facebook messages, and I mean, any way you can communicate with me has just been overwhelming almost, and it's amazing because people really do, men and women, want to see a woman succeed. And it's neat because I think men are accepting it more and more. You're always going to have those men that don't think we belong out there. But what pays the bills for these guys is the fan support. And unfortunately, the fans don't want to see the Scott Bloomquists and the Clint Smiths and all the good guys that have raced for years and can win a million races, just racing each other forever. They want to see that local underdog or that woman, make the show and actually, finish in the top 10 or even win a race. That's what they pay their money to see. They pay their money for those guys, of course. That's what they're coming for. But it's really the challenge of the underdog that really kind of inspires the whole show. I mean, that's kind of my opinion, but that's kind of, when I talk to people, that's kind of what I get out of it, and that's what I feel. And you know what? A lot of times after the races, when you've got a truck full of people and you're signing autographs and selling T-shirts, and the guy that just won 50 grand is parked not far down the road and he's already pulling out. I mean, that's no offense to them, but it's just a neat. People are dying to see a woman succeed at it, and we've had minimal success, but I keep looking for more, and I think it's going to come.
Here at Team DTRO, we wish you much success. You've definitely earned it. Jill, can you tell everyone where your next race is going to be, so if they get a chance, they can get out and check you out on the track and show their support?
We're following the World of Outlaws schedule, 14th in points with the World of Outlaws. So I believe our next race is tomorrow night at Bechtelsville, PA at Grandview Speedway. And then from there we go to Rolling Wheels Raceway in New York, and then Mohawk International Raceway. And then we get to go back up to Drummondville, Quebec. We had a rain out date, and then we end that with back down into New York. Everybody always asks me where we're going. I'm like, most of the time I know the speedways, but I love getting in the truck and trailer and just going. And sometimes I don't even know where we're going. I know I got to get home here pretty quick, get packed up, because we're trying to get out of town by 8 so we can make the race tomorrow night. But it's been a crazy summer, and just got to see a whole lot of different racetracks, and it's been a lot of fun.
We thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this interview with Team DTRO. You have a lot of fans over here. We support you 100% in all you do. We wish you the best of the luck rest of the season. And the next time I get over to Iowa, I'm going to have to stop in and see Dr. Jill to get these kinks in my back worked out.
Anytime. You can come get your, I shouldn't, any chiropractors that listen to this, they'd be mad at me, but sometimes the racing world asks me what time I'm getting out of the backpack shack so I can get on the road. And as chiropractors, that's not how we want to call it, but sometimes it feels like you just want to get everybody kind of feeling better and get out of here, and then you get back and start it back over. But it's been an awesome profession, and it's been a good way to take care of people and make the money so that I can get in the race car and do what I love to do. But practice is going good, and you're more than welcome to come anytime. I'll even put you on the hydro table, and you can get a little nap on the hydro table, and then get some good movement, and you'll feel like a new man when you're done.
There we go. That sounds about like what I need. Look, thanks, Jill. You and the family be safe traveling, and good luck at the track, and thank you for doing this interview.
Well, thanks again, Slick. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to doing it again down the road, and maybe we can go get us a win, or maybe even a top 10. That would look real good, and we can talk again. So thanks, and good luck with all your stuff, too.
All right, folks, you heard it right here at Team DTRO. Jill George, World of Outlaw late model driver. Check out our website. Show your support, www.jillgeorgeracing.com. We'll also have a few pics and links up on our website. Be sure to grab yourself a Jill George calendar. You can email Jill to get yourself a calendar. They're $25, free shipping. You'll be very happy with the calendar. I got mine, and wow, I'm not going to spoil it. You'll just have to check it out for yourself. Get yourself one. I guarantee you'll be very satisfied.